Hello everyone, I'm Buford MC, and welcome back to GregTech New Horizons. So, today we're going to carry on where we left off in the last episode, and we're going to work with the Smeltery a bit today and kind of look at what we need to do with it. So, that's what we're going to get into today. So, in between the episodes, I've been doing a few things trying to improve what we did on last time. So, I went to the village, which is a little ways north of the base. Not this one. This one was the one we started in. That one didn't have a Smeltery, but there's another one down here which did. There was actually a third village I found a long time ago. Let's see if I can find it. Yep, it's over here. There's another Smeltery in there, so if I need more blocks, I can just go and take them from that one, but that one's quite a ways away, so I just figured this one was easier to get to, so I went there. I've also gotten some lava, so we've got a decent bit of lava, so I dug down and found a little underground lava pool, so I covered that. I've also been working a little bit over here, and I made all of the patterns from Tinkers, so I got that taken care of. So what we're going to do today is we're going to work a little bit with the Smeltery, do a couple of things with it. So let's go take a look at it. So as you can see, I've expanded it just a bit. At least that's what it looks like. But if you come up here, it goes down. So I originally had it up a little bit high. I was like, I don't know if I like that. So I thought, let's try and go down with it. So that's what I did. So I didn't know actually you could put the smelter on any at least the control of the smelter on any level. So what I did was I just put it up here. I didn't know if it was going to work or not, but it did. So we've got two tanks now, both of them filled with 4 buckets of lava, which should last a while. We've got another tank over here, which has not that much left, but I'm keeping that around. So yeah, that's what we've got, at least with the smeltery itself for the moment. So what I want to get done today is I bookmarked a couple of things that we're going to do. So what we need to do at the smeltery is we do need to make these things called casts, and that's probably where we should start with this. So what we're going to need for that, I believe, is we're going to need to make some sort of a new material called aluminium brass. I think that's what it is. Let's take a look. Yep, we need molten aluminium brass, and I think we use 1 ingot worth of it for all of these. So how you make that is in the smeltery. So this is another feature of it. You alloy 2 metals together and you can get a new one. So for this one, we're going to need some copper and some aluminium. So looks like we need about 1 copper, 3 aluminium, and that gives us 3 aluminium brass. So something like that. Now, this is where the aluminium gravel ore we've been collecting for quite a while is going to start coming into play. So we can start, I believe, working with that now. So I think what we can do is just come over here, 3 aluminium gravel, pick up a bit of copper, and what we're going to do is we're just going to throw them in. So as you can see, the smeltery itself has much more space now that we've made it bigger, which is quite good. So I basically went for the height of it as opposed to making it bigger. I just want to keep the space around here. But yeah, this works well. So we've got the basin and the casting table on this side now. So we've got all our crafting stuff here. These over here. Keeps this spot a little bit more open. It was a little bit more constrained here. And then I just put the lava tanks on this side. And it all works together. So you can see the aluminium's already melted down. Copper's coming behind it. The aluminium, I think, smelts quite a bit faster, but here we go. We should see it alloy together. There you go. So we've got 9 ingots of aluminium brass. So what we can now do is we can start making some of these casts. So let's go one by one here. We'll start with the ingot cast, which we can use any kind of ingot T item. Could even use the seared brick. I have 1 extra. Let's use it. So what we do is we put the seared brick on here, and then we right-click, and it will cast it in, the aluminium brass. And there's our cast. Now, the other thing we can do is I have an extra pattern chest over here. Is my hatchet. We are going to upgrade that today as well. Let's put the pattern chest. Let's put it over here. Right here. So what I can do with this now is if I put this cast in it, it's going to now be able to hold casts. So that's going to be quite useful for us. So we can store all of our casts right here as well. So we got that one off. Now we just have to basically go through the list of these. So what we're going to do is With these, what we have to do is we actually have to make a pickaxe head and then put it in here with the aluminium brass and have that pour over it. So the best way to do this is to grab some cobblestone and come over here to our pot builder. So this is why I made all of these different patterns so that we weren't going to miss any. So what we can do, we need a pickaxe. So where's the pickaxe? Do that. Make a stone pickaxe set. And you see right here it says, can only be used to make casts, cannot be used to make a tool. So we're going to take that, put that back. Now we're going to want a shovel. Let's find our shovel. It is a bit hard to find them. There's the shovel. Now we want an axe. There's an axe. We want a large plate. And these are just the ones I've chosen for now. Eventually I'll probably go ahead and make all of these, but I don't want to do that right now. We've got the tough binding. We've got the tough rod, which is... Nope, not you. Where's the tough rod at? Okay, we can do this. There it is. If you can't find anything, that's the best way to do it. You double click here. I think I showed that before. So now we go to the sword blade. Nope, that's knife. Sword blade. And the gem is going to be a different kind of thing. So I'll take that cobblestone back. And now what we can do is we can put all of these around. And we can just start casting. So let's just go one by one. And we just right click and we get the cast. Goes by pretty quickly. Should have enough in here. Yeah, I think we do. Might have just enough, in fact. There we go. I think we just need to get the plate. There we go. So that's a bunch more of these casts. And if you do shift on it, you can see which ones you actually need to use. Or what kind of materials you can use on these. So that's what you can use it for. Now, honestly, I don't know if we actually needed the ingot cast now that I think about it. I just realized that. Well, actually, no, you can. If you have any kind of extras, you can get rid of it. Or at least you can turn it back into ingot. So yeah, that is going to be useful to us now that I think about it. So for this one, the gem cast, what you're going to want to use as an emerald, which we do have a spare one. We don't really need them that badly right now, so I'm willing to do it. We should have... Yep, we have just enough left. You know, just in case we need to get something from that. And now we've emptied the smeltery, which I tend to like doing. I don't really want to keep it full of stuff, so now that we've done that, we can close all of this. So now we can start using these things. So what I want to get done is I want to upgrade this guy right here to iron. So we're going to grab our axe head. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab a bit of iron. So, first of all, let's take a look at this again. If you look here, it says material cost 1, which means we're going to need 1 ingot to fill that up and make something with it. So what we need to do, just grab 1 iron ingot, put it in there, and that will smelt down. Once that melts, we can cast that out into the iron area right there. It is nighttime, so let's hop in bed quickly. Ooh, we got speed 3. We're going to move around faster. Thing is not quite done. So the other thing I want to make is the iron shield. The reason we're doing that now is because to do this, you need iron large plates, you need iron tough bindings, iron tough rods, so quite a few resources there. And let's see here, we need 2 of these large plates. It's going to be quite a bit of iron as well. Tough binding, which is quite a bit, and then the tough rods. So that's going to be... I think like 25, something like that. Yeah, let's put it all in. Alright, so this is now done, and we can cast you out into you. And that is going to give us an iron axe head. Now, before we can upgrade our tool, we've done this before, we do need to repair flint. Has to be all the way up to 100%. And It's actually 1 durability down, but that might be okay. I think it can be close. Let's see. And we just put it into tool station, and nope, does have to be all the way. So you want it all the way with pads so that there's not even any sort of number being displayed. Now we can put it in, and that should upgrade it. Yep, so that's a significant upgrade. Mining speed's going up, durability goes up, and this is now going to be repaired with iron. And that was some fireworks for that too. Very nice. Sometimes it does scare you when they shoot those off so suddenly. But that's what happens when you complete a quest. It looks like all of this is now done. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get these so that we can make this iron shield. So let's put that there, and let's start doing that. We do need 2 of those. Now, this one does take quite a while to actually cast out, so depending on what you're actually using, it can take quite a bit longer, especially if you're putting more in. But there you go. There's the first one. Now we'll do the second one. So this one is a quest in the... Let's see. Without dying tab. Yep, this iron shield one. This is one I wanted to get done today. So we're going to make that. Let's see if there's anything else we can do. So we worked on this quest. This is what we did last time. We did unlock a quest here about obtaining ender pearls. That's including a pan cast. So basically what it wants us to do is it wants us to get an enderman and put it into the smeltery. The only problem is I have no idea how to do that. Now, we do already have some ender pearls. I've killed a few endermen. We have 6 of them. So we have some, but yeah, we'll have to see how we can get more. Whenever I see an enderman around, I do try to go after and take it out. So let's get the top one. How many do we need of these? We just need 1 of those. This one should go by quicker. It's not as much going into it. Put this copper away. There we go. And now we do the tough rod. We do need 2 of those. We'll put these away for now. And we need 1 more. And that should be everything we need to make the iron shield. There we go. So just shift right click, and that's our iron shield. So I can get rid of that, and I can put that in here. I don't really use this too much, but yeah, that's an upgrade of the hide shield. So the hide shield gives us a 1.5 second block. This one gives a 3 second block. I don't really use these though. Yeah, you can hold it, and there you go. So let's put this away for now. Oh, by the way, when I went to the village, I found something called the wading boots, wading boots. I'm not really sure what these do. I was thinking it might do something with water, but I jumped in and I put them on. Nothing really happens. But I found them in a chest in the village when I got that smeltery, so I don't know. Is it any different? It doesn't feel any different in water. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, though, but yeah. So, that's, I think, about all we need to do for now. We will be doing further upgrades with the tools using this, and there'll be other stuff we can do as well, but I think I'm going to leave this one there. So, yeah, we figured out how to get that smeltery up and running finally. We've got that going, and yeah, so we're ready to proceed further through the Stone Age. We're coming up on the Steam Age fairly soon. We do have more quests to do. So we are going to try and get some of these quests going on. So quite a bit more still to do, but in terms of the main progression, I think it really just comes down to making bronze and then doing this quest. And I think that's actually going to unlock us the Steam Age if we just do those. But we are going to try and push towards making some of these other things happen as well. So with that being said, we're going to leave that one there. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.